Hello everyone, welcome to back my channel. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Before starting the video, please go ahead and hit the subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up. WWE has announced 7 matches for WrestleMania 41 so far, with 4 of them being world title bouts. No tag team or mid-card title contests have been added to either of the nights of the show of shows. With only 18 days left for the show of shows, WWE is expected to announce a few more matches to complete the card for both nights. One superstar whom many believe deserves a spot on the card, but doesn't yet have one, is Liv Morgan. She has been a phenomenal performer since last year and has made quite an impact on the audience. Whether as Dominic Mysterio's on-screen girlfriend, the Women's World Champion, or Rhea Ripley's arch-nemesis, she has done spectacularly. Here are 3 reasons why the Miracle Kid doesn't yet have a match on the WrestleMania 41 card. Fans have witnessed the Morgan-Ripley storyline since Mommy was injured backstage and had to take time off to WWE TV. The rivalry turned interesting when Dominic Mysterio betrayed Rhea Ripley at last year's SummerSlam, helping Liv retain the Women's World Championship. Following that, Morgan and Ripley feuded for months until the Eradicator dethroned the Miracle Kid on the January 6, 2025 episode of Monday Night Raw. Since then, both stars have gone their separate ways, and it could remain that way until Rhea Ripley is out of the title scene. According to reports, Liv vs. Ripley was originally set to take place at WrestleMania 41. However, the company decided to move it earlier. Even though it is officially still Io Shirai vs. Bianca Belair for the Women's World Championship, Rhea Ripley is trying to add herself to the match. Currently, Liv Morgan and Raquel Rodriguez are the Women's Tag Team Champions. Recently, Lyra Valkyria defended the Women's Intercontinental Championship against Big Mame Cool on WWE Raw, potentially hinting at a future rivalry. Valkyria is a strong challenger on the women's roster and would have created a strong tag team with Becky Lynch against the Judgment Day members at WrestleMania 41. However, the man is reportedly not returning for the premium live event. Since Valkyria and Lynch aren't coming together at this point in time, WWE may have chosen not to put the Women's Tag Team Championship on the card. Morgan and Rodriguez don't have strong enough challengers for the Women's Tag Team Championship, especially a match that can be added to the WrestleMania 41 match card. Jade Cargill and Bianca Belair or Naomi and Belair could have been 2 options, but Cargill and The Glow are currently feuding on SmackDown. At the same time, the EST shifted her focus completely to winning the Women's World title from Io Shirai at WrestleMania. Alexa Bliss and Nikki Cross are also rumored to reunite and take on the Judgment Day's Liv and Raquel at the show of shows. However, Bliss has yet to appear on weekly programming since Elimination Chamber, and Cross, alongside the Wyatt Six, has yet to debut on SmackDown after getting transferred from Raw earlier this year. As WrestleMania 41 approaches, fans eagerly anticipate the matches, rivalries, and moments that will shake the grand spectacle. Among the many names fans have been rooting for to be part of the event, Liv Morgan's absence from the WrestleMania 41 card stands out as a puzzling omission. A talented performer, a rising star, and a former SmackDown Women's Champion, Liv Morgan has built a loyal following over the years. However, despite her considerable talent and fanbase, she hasn't secured a spot on the upcoming WrestleMania 41 card. And this raises the question, why? In this piece, we'll delve into 3 primary reasons why Liv Morgan doesn't have a WrestleMania 41 match yet. These reasons explore the factors of timing, booking decisions, and the wider landscape of WWE's women's division. Let's take a closer look. 1. Timing into WWE's storytelling structure. One of the key reasons why Liv Morgan has not been booked for WrestleMania 41 could be the timing of her character development and storylines leading up to the event. WWE's storytelling operates on a seasonal basis, with certain narratives and rivalries being built over months, sometimes even over a year. This structure, while providing deep long-term storytelling, also means that some superstars may be caught in a situation where their rise to prominence is not perfectly aligned with the WrestleMania calendar. Liv Morgan's journey to the top has been both inspiring and tumultuous. From her humble beginnings as part of the Riot Squad to her meteoric rise as SmackDown Women's Champion in 2022, Morgan's path has been full of twists and turns. However, her character arc has often been somewhat inconsistent, with moments of brilliance followed by uncertain booking decisions. Building momentum too late. WrestleMania is traditionally a culmination of long-running feuds and storylines that have been building for months or even years. A wrestler who hasn't been consistently involved in high-profile storylines in the months leading up to the event may find it challenging to be included in the marquee matches of the show. Liv Morgan's booking trajectory post-title run, especially after she lost her SmackDown Women's Championship, hasn't been as consistent as other top stars in the women's division. WWE tends to focus on the more established top names like Charlotte Flair, Becky Lynch, and Ronda Rousey, superstars who have been involved in long-term stories. As a result, Liv Morgan's lack of a clear direction since her championship reign could be why she hasn't made it onto the WrestleMania 41 card. While she has had notable moments such as her involvement in multi-women matches, those moments have been fleeting and have not provided a clear storyline for a WrestleMania match. Missed opportunities for a high-stakes build. WrestleMania's biggest draws are often the result of well-built, high-stakes stories. When it comes to Liv Morgan, the timing of her ascent into the spotlight has not coincided with WWE's long-term vision for the women's division at WrestleMania. This isn't a reflection of her talent or charisma, but rather a case of unfortunate timing, where she didn't have a storyline that reached the level required to secure a marquee match on the biggest show of the year. If WWE had a clearer, more consistent plan for her, she might have had a more compelling storyline heading into WrestleMania 41. Instead, we've seen her occasionally paired in multi-woman matches or short rivalries, but nothing that's built the momentum needed for her to headline or even be prominently featured at the grand stage. 2. The depth of WWE's women's division. Another crucial factor is the depth of talent in WWE's women's division. Over the years, WWE has seen an influx of incredible female superstars who have established themselves as top-tier talents, with stars like Charlotte Flair, Becky Lynch, Bianca Belair, Rhea Ripley, and others dominating the scene. WWE's women's division has become one of the most stacked in professional wrestling history. Liv Morgan's exclusion from WrestleMania 41 could very well be a case of WWE simply having too many talented women vying for a spot on the card. The sheer volume of top-tier talent makes it difficult for all deserving women to get the recognition they deserve on the grandest stage. The rise of new stars. WWE's women's division has experienced a renaissance in recent years, with new stars like Rhea Ripley and Io Sky gaining immense popularity. Ripley, in particular, has been a breakout star, quickly positioning herself as one of the top women in WWE. Her rise, paired with Bianca Belair's continued dominance and Charlotte Flair's unmatched experience, means that the top spots for major matches at WrestleMania are often taken up by these women. As WWE continues to push these established stars, it creates a situation where women like Liv Morgan, who were once on the cusp of breaking through, may find themselves overshadowed by the bigger names. Morgan has shown flashes of brilliance, but she has yet to secure the kind of push that could cement her spot in the upper echelon of WWE's women's division. The importance of character development. WWE is notorious for its emphasis on character development. A wrestler's character needs to resonate with fans, and Liv Morgan has undergone several character shifts throughout her career, from the fun-loving underdog to a more intense darker persona. While her transitions have been interesting, they haven't always felt fully fleshed out, which could be another reason why she hasn't found herself in a marquee match for WrestleMania 41. Fans may love her, but the lack of a clearly defined, consistent character arc could be preventing her from breaking through into the top-tier storylines. This has often placed her in a position where she is seen as a fan favorite, but not necessarily the center of WWE's storytelling focus. 3. The competing priorities of WWE's creative team. Finally, the booking decisions made by WWE's creative team played a significant role in shaping which superstars get spotlighted at major events like WrestleMania. The creative team must balance numerous factors when crafting the WrestleMania card: star power, long-term storylines, fresh matchups, and fan interest, among others. The creative team's decision-making is not always reflective of a wrestler's talent, but more often a result of the larger picture they are trying to paint. Focus on established rivalries. WWE has traditionally leaned on established rivalries when booking major matches for events like WrestleMania. For example, matches between Charlotte Flair and Rhea Ripley, Becky Lynch and Bianca Belair, or even potential showdowns involving WWE legends often take precedence over newcomers or wrestlers who may not have been involved in long-term stories. While Liv Morgan has certainly had notable moments in WWE, such as her title reign and high-profile matches, her rivalries have typically been more transient, without the same level of long-term development that other women's matches at WrestleMania have. This puts her in the unfortunate position of having to compete with others who have more deeply ingrained storylines that feel more WrestleMania-worthy. WWE's unpredictable nature. WWE's creative process can be unpredictable, and that unpredictability often leads to changes in plans at the last minute. Superstars who seem poised for a WrestleMania spot sometimes get dropped from the card in favor of others, as Vince McMahon or the creative team recalibrate their plans. Liv Morgan, despite her popularity, could find herself in this situation due to shifting creative directions or sudden changes in booking decisions. A perfect example of this occurred in previous WrestleMania events, where wrestlers who were seemingly set to have major matches were replaced due to unforeseen circumstances or creative pivots. WWE's creative team often prioritizes star power and marketability, and while Liv Morgan is a fan favorite, she may not have been able to secure the kind of storytelling that would make her an undeniable choice for a marquee WrestleMania match. Conclusion: Liv Morgan's absence from the WrestleMania 41 card is a result of various factors, ranging from timing and inconsistent character development to the sheer depth of WWE's women's division and the unpredictable nature of creative booking. While she has shown immense potential and has an undeniable fan base, the complex nature of WWE's creative decisions has left her without a featured spot on one of the biggest events of the year. That being said, Liv Morgan remains one of WWE's most dynamic and charismatic performers, and with the ever-changing landscape of professional wrestling, there is still hope that she may soon find herself in a prominent position at a future WrestleMania. Until then, fans will continue to support her, hoping that the timing and circumstances align for her to finally secure her spot on the grand stage. Thanks for watching this video, and please subscribe our WWE official YouTube channel for more update news.